Let me begin with 3 truths that rearrange the entire healing journey. Truth number 1, your trigger isn't trying to attack you. It's trying to summon you. Truth number 2, when your logical mind goes offline, that isn't failure. That is an invitation. Truth number 3, the trigger isn't the obstacle on your path. The trigger is the path. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the thing you most resist, the spike of fear, the heat in your chest, the collapse in your stomach, is actually the exact portal your healing has been waiting for. And we're going to talk about 2 things triggers always reveal that almost nobody ever sees. Stay with me. Take a breath, not a performative one, a real one, the kind that folds your ribs outwards without you trying. We live in a world that pathologizes triggers. We treat them as malfunctions, regressions, proof that we're still broken. But here's the quieter truth. Your trigger is the part of you that refuses to be abandoned any longer. And when it erupts, loudly, inconveniently, imperfectly, it is not a sign of your weakness. It's a sign of your readiness. Because nothing inside you rises unless it believes you're capable of meeting. Let's start where most healing journeys get tangled. You're triggered, the amygdala fires, the body floods with heat and urgency, and suddenly, logic evaporates. Your prefrontal cortex dims like somebody slowly turning down the lights in a room, or sometimes suddenly. And what do? We panic. We say things like, I'm losing control, I need to calm down so I can think straight, why can't I stay logical? But what if the loss of logic is not a flaw? It's actually nature's perfect design. In a moment, I'm going to tell you why your brain, stepping aside, is the most intelligent thing your system can do. But first, we need to talk about attention. Your logical mind is brilliant at one thing: avoiding pain with sophistication. It rationalizes, it explains, it judges, it intellectualizes, it narrates its way out of the body. So when something inside you needs to be felt instead of analyzed, the trigger must silence the narrator. Not to hurt you, but to guide you. Not to overwhelm you, but to bypass the mind entirely. Because healing doesn't happen in the mind. Healing happens in the body. Here's the part we never learned as children. A trigger is not a threat signal. It's a summoning back into your own body, back into the room where the hurt lives, back into the place where something is trying to thaw. The trigger is the younger you, tugging your sleeve so hard that your thoughts fall out of your hand. And remember, we're going to talk about the 2 revelations inside every trigger, so keep that in your pocket. The trigger is precise, surgical. It takes you out of the intellectual realm and deposits you into sensation. The tightness in the chest, the shaking in the hands, the clench in the stomach, the heat behind the eye. This is not chaos, this is choreography. A perfect system bringing you back to the exact doorway you've been avoiding. Because whatever you refuse to feel, you're forced to relive. But whatever you're willing to feel, you can finally release. Let's talk about the heart. Not the metaphorical heart, not the poetic heart. I mean the field of the chest, the electromagnetic center of your entire body. The heart is the integrator, the alchemist, the place where fractured pieces come home. Your mind analyzes, your heart metabolizes. And this is why the trigger must remove your brain from the driver's seat, because the part of you that needs tending can only be received in the heart. Logic can understand you, but your heart can heal you. In a moment, we'll talk about those 2 revelations that I mentioned, but first, notice that the heart is never afraid of what rises. Only the mind is. The heart knows exactly what to do with pain. It has always known. So the 2 revelations inside every trigger, here we are. The 2 things that almost nobody knows they're seeing. Revelation number 1, every trigger reveals where you abandoned yourself, not as blame, as an invitation. Whatever gets activated is simply a part of you asking, will you come back for me this time? Not someday, not eventually, now. Revelation number 2, Every trigger reveals exactly what needs integration next. Not the whole mountain, just the next step, the next layer, the next truth. Triggers are not random, they're sequential. They reveal the curriculum of your healing. And here's the thing, once you understand this, you stop fearing triggers entirely. If you remember nothing else, remember this: the trigger isn't the problem, the avoidance is. The moment you turn toward the sensation without trying to solve it, fix it, or intellectualize it, the whole experience softens. You become larger than the trigger because you're no longer fighting it, you're witnessing it. And in that witnessing, that tender, steady presence, the trigger dissolves back into the body like a wave settling on the shore. This is not just healing, this is homecoming, and the trigger brought you there.